Shabbat Shalom. We have a lot to be thankful for. And yes, they've been violating the ceasefire. Hezbollah has been violating it, but we're ready. We're standing in defense in case they try to cross over, in case they try to shoot jets, constantly going over to shoot down the violators who are shooting missiles, to keep the ceasefire. And it's kind of strange that they keep violating it, and we have to keep standing in the gap. Look what's happening in Judea and Samaria. 9 Israelis wounded in a suspected shooting. That was yesterday. Ambulances show up in some call it the West Bank, but it's the city of Ariel, Judea and Samaria, the heartland of Israel. And what happened is it looked like an attacker came to a scene and just opened fire on a bus at the junction there near Ariel. And Israeli forces were looking for the second attacker, and it turns out it was just one guy in the end. But it's not all the buses are bulletproof. And we have to be able to be alert and shut down this terror. And at the same time, people are saying that they should have a state. Is that how you get a state? By just continuously doing acts of terror, generation after generation, and teaching that? I think that it's very important to know that they got to let our hostages go. That is number one. But there has to be a change of heart. There has to be a change of education as a key to peace. You can't have these schools teaching terror, teaching jihadism, teaching violence and evil, and even the UNRWA schools, in Gaza. Throughout, the Judea and Samaria, throughout the Middle East, you have this issue with teaching wrong values and wrong goals. And I believe the Abraham Accords, which we're hoping and believing in this new season as Trump comes in, that there will be a continuation of that path where you had this United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Sudan, Morocco, following Egypt and Jordan in a example of, yes, we can all live here together. We can side by side. And you've got in Saudi Arabia, you have them wanting to join a better future. They removed all anti-Semitic material from the school books. They said, no, you can't just say kill Jews. You can't teach that. That's not cool. And I think every country in all of Europe, all the West, should say the same thing. As Saudi Arabia said, you can't say these things. We believe in free speech, but you can't say kill the Jews. It's wrong. It goes against the very founding principles, Judeo-Christian values of our countries. What's going on in Aleppo, Syria? Look at how it's like the Syrian war is once again erupting, and Assad, who's really a proxy of Iran too, just like Hezbollah, Hamas, just like the Houthis, really the Assad regime, the Alawite regime, is a proxy of Iran. You see how one by one these dominoes are toppling. Now, I wanted to share with you something that I feel has spiritual significance as we're looking over here at the mountains of Gilead. Do you ever hear that old song, there is a balm, like a cream in Gilead? It's like this healing balm, not a bomb. Yeah, there's bombs in Gilead now. There's terror groups over in Jordanian mountains over there. But as you're looking at the Golan Heights and you're looking down here, you see what is the area where the Aliyah Return Center is, where the actual Faithful Galileans charity is, right there. And literally, I'm just going to tell you something. A seed of a tree, a mysterious seed in a cave, was discovered just now, 1,000-year-old seed. Okay, and it was discovered in a cave not that far away, down that way in the Judean desert. And it could very well be linked to an ancient biblical tree called, it's raisin, it's sap. It really is believed to be, by some, to be the actual balm of Gilead that was it was traded. It was so valuable. It was like gold. You could heal people with this. And radiocarbon dating says it's from 993 AD or something. And so it's a long time ago. And so it was this Commiphora tree, and the University Institute of Archaeology and Dr. Elaine saying that she thinks that it could really, really be the very same thing found in Jeremiah 8:22, symbolizing healing and restoration. And it could very well be what the scripture talks about. And we need to think about healing. We need to think about healing the traumatized soldiers. A friend of mine we're trying to get more and more help for the soldiers to be able to think about healing. I know the war's not over yet. I know. And I know we're not there yet. But the moment that this is found now, it makes me think, wow, maybe we got to start thinking that Israel is supposed to be a healing for the nations. People are going to come from all over, right here to the Jordan Valley, right here to faithfulgalileans.com. they're going to want to know more about healing and how to be Isaiah 40, comfort you, my people. And physically, yes, I can't wait to see what healing elements this has. We have to be able to see if more trees can be germinated. The tree now is about as tall as me, that was just germinated from a seed. And I think of Isaiah 35, verse 1. The dry land, the wilderness, the dry land will be glad. The desert will rejoice and blossom like the crocus tree. This vision of Isaiah is such a vision of greenery out of what was burned by the rockets, and what was destroyed for 2,000 years. Israel's back, and Israel will be a light to the nations, will be a healing balm. And we won't think of bombs anymore. We will think of the balm of Gilead once again.